Sometimes a little change is good, no? It gives you the opportunity to move ahead in life, to grow and discover, to reach new bolder milestones, while still holding true to everything you stand for.
IDBI Federal has now changed to AGS Federal. It's the same old company but with a bold new outlook.
तो कितने सालों के बाद जन्मदिन पे मेरे हाथ का बनाया खाना खा रहा है।
जस्ट माई रूट्स, घर का बना खाना पहुंचाए आपके शहर तक।
Welcome to this week's Backstage with Boria with a very special player, someone integral to the campaign of the Gujarat Titans, very, very illustrious IPL record, very illustrious record for South Africa, someone who has been closer to the Indian hearts for a good long period now. And we've celebrated David Miller for years and we continue to do so. David, welcome. Thank you very much for your time. Great start for the Titans. Your thoughts on the new team starting off like 2-2, tremendous start.
Yeah, it has been a great start. Thank you very much for the introduction. It has been a great start. I mean, I've obviously been part of Kings 11 for many years and then Rajasthan for 2 years. And to come to the Titans has been a very refreshing start for me. Obviously, a new franchise, and we can sort of set our journey up pretty well. So whatever we want to do, we can sort of allow for, and the guys have contributed really, really well on the field so far. So that's all we can really ask for. Having loads of fun and getting to meet all the guys has been really good.
And there are a number of youngsters, David. Take Abhinav Manohar, for example, who will learn a lot from people like you. I mean, the first game, you all were under the pump, 4 down, and then all of a sudden that under pressure, soaking in the pressure, going on to win a game like that. Talk to me about that. As a senior pro, as part of the leadership group, leading this team, sort of, guiding Indian youngsters. Talk to me about the role of David Miller.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very cool role to be a part of, to be honest. I love seeing the joy of playing in the IPL is that you've obviously got the experienced overseas players along with the local Indian players. But I mean, just the amount of talent and depth that India has with the youngsters is just incredible. So to be able to learn from them and obviously guide them in certain areas as well is a really good platform to be a part of. But I mean, the fearless sort of nature that the youngsters have in going out and playing and performing and doing their role is just it's really good to see. I mean, watching Gill the other night, I mean, I know he's done really well the last year as well, but he started off with an absolute bang this year, and really, really great to see him play the way he can play. So I think it's just about managing that and trying to keep the guys in a confident space and really allow the guys to fill their potential. And I think it's more just a supportive role as a senior player in trying to establish that. And obviously Hardik Pandya playing under him, there's been a lot of...
That was the next question.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of sort of freedom. There's been a lot of enjoyment factor and trying to just, allow, like I said, allow our talent to take over and not be fearless, or fearful. So I think it's been a really good combination so far, and yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying the fact that there's so much potential in the squad, and we started really, really well. I mean, the first game was a lot of pressure on us. We managed to get over the line with many different guys performing. So, so far we've ticked 2 boxes.
One very, very heartening thing, and I mentioned it to Hardik, is the fact that Hardik is bowling 140 clicks for India. And this I'm talking as an Indian fan.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on Hardik as leader and captain, and obviously as teammate?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really spent too much time with him prior to this. Obviously, I knew him relatively well, but I think I've thoroughly enjoyed him. He's really just a confidence boosting kind of guy. I mean, when you're around him, you feel like you can sort of do anything. And really, I think it's been really good for him, growing his career in the leadership role. But like you say, to be bowling 140 plus for the team is really a plus in our ammunition. I mean, he can obviously bat the way he bats, but to add that extra 4 overs, 2, 3, 4 overs whenever he needs is going to be a huge part in this campaign for us going forward. Yeah, I mean, it's a very valuable player.
David, your role, I mean, coming to the David Miller role, I mean, to finish games is perhaps one of the most difficult things to do in the T20 format. And you've done that over the years with success for multiple teams. What's the mantra? What's the philosophy when you are under the pump, asking rate going up, the opposition on top, and yet you manage to go over the line? What's the mantra to finish a game? How do you approach it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's taken a long time over the years to sort of mentally be calm and understand the process and the way. But I think firstly, it's about wanting to actually be in that position. To actually accept that this is the role and this is what I need to do, and wanting to be there. Secondly is you fail a lot more than you succeed. So I think through failing so much, you actually learn what to do and what not to do. Unfortunately, you've got to learn through failure and take a lot of abuse. But you know what? I think for me, it's more so just the mindset around winning games and wanting to win games, and trying to find out like a blueprint that works for you and sticking to that. I've always said to myself is trying to find a way, you've got to create your own destiny. You can't just allow things to just be. You've got to be proactive. You've got to constantly be thinking. Who's next to bowl. Which sides can you take on, and which bowlers you'll match up, etc., etc. So yeah, there's quite a bit to it, but I think it's more just your mindset around it.
So what is it about the IPL, David? Why is it people call it the best franchise league? We obviously as Indians believe it's the best franchise league. Why? What makes the IPL the IPL?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few different things. Firstly is obviously you get to meet all the international players around the world that sort of come into one team. And for the local guys, they get to mix with international caliber during breakfast, lunch, dinner, training, matches. So it's more for the local guys, definitely, learning a huge amount of about the game, and more so just how to sort of behave, or how the guys do it off the field, or whatever the case is. So that's definitely a huge plus in mixing with some incredibly talented players and experience. And then it's just the fact of being in India and experiencing, such a passion country with cricket. I mean, you really can't explain the electric energy that the crowd bring. I've tried to invite a few friends over in the past, and my family and so on, just to experience a bit of the IPL, and it really is something that you don't get anywhere else. I think the huge thing about the IPL is obviously there is a lot of pressure. And I think it's about, dealing with that pressure during the games and stuff, and it definitely does sort of prepare you very, very well. Sort of matches up with the sort of international. If you are playing international cricket, it's a great platform to perform at the RPL and set the stage for international cricket. Because
last two before I let you go, David. One, David Miller versus Kagiso Rabada, a contest that all of us will look forward to when you take on the Punjab Kings. You played for the Punjab Kings in the past. Thoughts on facing KG and thoughts on playing Punjab?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually played them, since leaving them, but looking forward to hopefully getting a gig against them. And against KG, I've faced him quite a few times in my career domestically, and he's definitely got me out a few times, and I've definitely taken him down a few times. So the match is definitely on, and I'm looking forward to playing against my fellow teammate. As I call him, the flanker, so you better watch out.
Nice. That's the war cry, Abade. Yeah. And finally, have you tried Gujarati food? Have they given you anything local? Have you tried the song? So the culture of the IPL and the Gujarat Titans. Give me a sneak peek into the back end. I know Nishad's laughing from the other side. So what is he doing?
I must be honest, I actually haven't yet. There's still 2 months, so I think maybe in like a month's time we're gonna have to do a re-interview, and I'll give you all the secrets.
You're promising me another interview.
No problem.
Done. I'll let you go on that note. David Miller, you're a favorite. Good for the game. You've been an ambassador for our sport. All the very best to you and the Gujarat Titans. Great start. Hope this momentum continues. Nothing better than a new team doing so well. Privileged. Thank you very much for being part of it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Cheers.